Good day, everybody. I'm going to talk about Curriculum Bachillerato General Unificado, Epistemological Foundation and Pedagogical Responses. In this curriculum refers to how learners learn language, learners have to skills, how learners should be taught. These aspects have cognitive, motor, emotional skills. Knowledge and meaning are accessed, developed, and expressed through language. Pedagogical responses have 4 aspects. Number 1, English as a foreign language and content language and interactive learning. Language facilities, communication, cultural hours, and understanding, cognition, and content. Language as an outcome. Language of learning. The what of communication, language system, and skills. Language for learning. The how of communication, learning strategies, communication skills. Language through learning. The why of communication, new knowledge, multiple perspective. Aspect number 1. Number 2. Learners' autonomy. Are option chose. The social natural of learning. Are interaction. Curricular integration are other subject reinforces. Focus of meaning are communication in English. Diversity of learners are different ways to learn. Thinking skills apply in different situations. Alternative assessment. Multiple for to evaluate. Teacher as a co-learners is facilitator. Aspect number 3, resources. Availability with a physical presence of object. For example, book, newspaper, magazine, encyclopedias, posters, CD-ROM, and the internet. Aspect number 4, critical thinking skills. Representative of a specific dynamics. Higher order, creating, evaluating, analyzing. Lower order, applying, understanding, and remembering. Main goals. Goals number 1, to develop learners' understanding of the worlds of other culture and their own, and to communicate their understanding and view to others through English. Goals number 2, to develop the personal, social, and intellectual skills needed to achieve 3 potential to participate productively in an increasing globalizing world that operated in English. Goal number 3, to create a love of learning language, starting at a young age by means of engaging and positive learning experience in order to foster student motivation to continue learning English through educación básica and Bachillerato General Unificado, as well as work and beyond. Approaches. In this curriculum, we take a constructivist approach, beginning with the assumption that all learners in turning schools are users of their mother tongue, have cognitive emotion skills that facilitate communication. For example, local knowledge. Students learn about his country's culture, tradition, and custom. Vision for Ecuador. What we want to be, want to research in terms of education. Classroom assessment experience, learning through evaluation that give students a new knowledge. Curriculum treats. The English language teaching area has been organized into 5 sections or 3. For example, communication and cultural hours, oral communication, listening and speaking, reading, writing, and language through the arts. Each of these 3 in turn can be further divided into sub-traits. Curriculum traits, communication and cultural awareness. Sub-traits, intercultural awareness in and identity. Learning through communication of culture. Social competences and values. Learners inquire skills to use in conversation, role plays, and group work. Curriculum treats, listening and speaking. Sub-treats, listening skills, spoken production, spoken interaction. Curriculum treats, reading. Literacy, rich environment, reading comprehension, use to resource and student skills, cross-curricular content. Curriculum treats, writing. Sub-treats, initial literacy text and production. Curriculum treats, language through the arts. Sub-treats, literacy text in context, creative writing, and creative thinking skills. 21st century skills developing through learning English. These are the Ecuadorian skills that students must have: global engagement, social and thinking skills, foundation for lifelong learning. Number 1, global engagement. Learning who can understand by themselves his and other culture and communicate in English. Social and thinking skills. Developing skills like personal, social, and intellectual in order to engage his potential and to be productive. Foundation for lifelong learning. Teach English for early years in order to activate the continuing learning during throughout life. Content. The content was constructed and organized keeping in mind the following criteria. Number 1, content is organized as related to the curriculum treats. Number 2, language is graded and adapted by level of complexity and abstraction. Number 3, skills are developing gradually. Number 4, writing is seen as a means to achieving learning objectives, not as an end to learning. Coding for planning. EFL 5, and 1. Mandatory 70% and disabled 30%. What's the meaning EFL? English as a foreign language. 5. Sublabel or label numbers, for example, Bachillerato General Unificado. 5. Curriculum treats, for example, language through the arts. And 1. Performance criteria. Compared and present personal and formal responses to an interpretation on publishing literature text, for example, text, structure, plots, ideas, events, vocabulary. No more. Thank you.